E.B. White, author. 25 Motivational speech.
Number 1.
I have yet to see a piece of writing, political or non-political, that doesn't have a slant. All writing slants the way a writer leans, and no man is born perpendicular, although many men are born upright. Number 2. The terror of the atom age is not the violence of the new power, but the speed of man's adjustment to it, the speed of his acceptance.
Number 3.
All we need is a meteorologist who has once been soaked to the skin without ill effect. No one can write knowingly of the weather who walks bent over on wet days.
Number 4. I would feel more optimistic about a bright future for man if he spent less time proving that he can outwit nature and more time tasting her sweetness and respecting her seniority. Number 5.
Old age is a special problem for me because I've never been able to shed the mental image I have of myself, a lad of about 19.
Number 6.
Democracy is the recurrent suspicion that more than half of the people are right, more than half of the time.
Number 7.
All we need is a meteorologist who has once been soaked to the skin without ill effect. No one can write knowingly of the weather who walks bent over on wet days.
Number 8.
The only sense that is common in the long run is the sense of change, and we all instinctively avoid it.
Number 9.
When I was a child, people simply looked about them and were moderately happy. Today, they peer beyond the 7 seas, bury themselves waist deep in tidings, and by and large what they see and hear makes them unutterably sad.
Number 10.
We should all do what, in the long run, gives us joy, even if it is only picking grapes or sorting the laundry.
Number 11.
English usage is sometimes more than mere taste, judgment, and education. Sometimes it's sheer luck, like getting a cross the street.
Number 12.
The World Organization debates disarmament in one room, and in the next room moves the knights and pawns that make national arms imperative.
Number 13.
Commas in the New Yorker fall with the precision of knives in a circus act, outlining the victim.
Number 14. The world is full of people who have never, since childhood, met an open doorway with an open min. Number 15.
There's no limit to how complicated things can get, on account of one thing always leading to another.
Number 16.
It is easier for a man to be loyal to his club than to his planet. The bylaws are shorter, and he is personally acquainted with the other members.
Number 17.
The World Organization debates disarmament in one room, and in the next room moves the knights and pawns that make national arms imperative.
Number 18.
When I was a child, people simply looked about them and were moderately happy. Today, they peer beyond the 7 seas, bury themselves waist deep in tidings, and by and large what they see and hear makes them unutterably sad.
Number 19.
The critic leaves it curtain fall to find, in starting to review it, he scarcely saw the play at all for starting to review it.
Number 20. I rise in the morning torn between a desire to improve the world and a desire to enjoy the world. This makes it hard to plan the day. Number 21. A good farmer is nothing more or less than a handy man with the sense of humus. Number 22.
I don't know which is more discouraging, literature or chickens.
Number 22.
Luck is not something you can mention in the presence of self-made men.
Number 23.
To perceive Christmas through its wrappings becomes more difficult with every year.
Number 24.
It is not often that someone comes along who is a true friend and a good writer.
Number 25.
There is nothing more likely to start disagreement among people or countries than an agreement